What up, world? EstablishRich coming right back at you. And let me tell you something right now. What we just saw with this new Drake story is nothing short of a cultural crisis. Listen, when Drake bought Tupac'S ring, everybody clapped and thought he was paying homage. But now, Drake buys what he thinks is Tupac'S death row chain, and out of nowhere, the one man who can speak on it, the architect of death row himself, speaks from prison, Suge Knight. And what does Suge say? He says, that ain't it. That ain't the chain. Drake got played.
Drake, all I want to advise you, bro, is I saw on the back of the chain that says, "All Eyes on Me, 1996," presented to Tupac, "All Eyes on Me, 96," or something like that. Well, just so that you know, Suge gave those chains out to people, especially the first round of chains in 1995.
Pac came home. I went to go visit Pac. And when I got Pac out, he came home, and we was going somewhere at the time. He said, "Oh, I can tell all your niggas, they all got those death row chains." I'm like, "Shit, I'm gonna make you one." He was like, "Shit, you my big bro. Let me wear yours. That's more important. I don't want a first one. I want to wear the one you got." So my death row chain at the time was full of diamonds on the chain, and full of diamonds on the bezel. Pac came home and got that chain. Not after Christmas, not after New Year's. He already had it. And 1,000%, I heard a few people say that it was something wrote on there. One should run on that chain, or the charm. Definitely not the chain, but the charm. On the back, it wasn't nothing. And it was one of the best jewelers in California. Now, if Drake bought that chain, Drake should go back and keep their drawers up their ass. But if Drake really trying to do something out of Tupac, he should get at a motherfucker who really fuck with Tupac all the time, still today. When it's all said and done, that's not a Tupac chain. That's not a death row chain. But back to Drake, whoever sold you that chain, Drake, you need to go beat his motherfucking ass. He played you.
Now hold up. If Suge Knight, the man who once handed Pac the chain with his own hands, tells you it ain't real, I don't care what receipt you got. I don't care what collector you bought it from. I don't care what little engraving is on the back. It ain't real. And this is where the story gets heavy, because now it's not just about jewelry. It's about respect. Drake wants to say he's a student of the game. He loves Pac. But let's be honest, this don't look like love. This looks like control. Like he's trying to buy pieces of the culture he couldn't win on the mic. And this is why people are mad, because the timing is crazy. Drake just went toe-to-toe with Kendrick Lamar, and he lost that war. And now, out of nowhere, he's buying Tupac's legacy again. Too many fans see it as an insult. Too many fans feel like he's trying to flex on the culture. And that's a dangerous game to play. Let's make this clear. Tupac's fans are not just rap fans. It's not just hip-hop heads. Pac was universal. His fan base stretches from 18 to 80. It's grandmothers, it's high schoolers, it's revolutionaries, it's street cats, it's college professors. Pac belongs to the world. And this is what Drake messed up. When he bought the ring, it felt like a tribute. But buying the chain, after losing to Kendrick, it feels like mockery. Felt like he was saying, "I'll just buy your heroes and throw them in your face." And let's not forget, Suge Knight said it clearly. That's not the chain. So even if Drake's intentions were pure, the optics are still trash. And it don't stop there. Drake just had to leave a hotel because the fans outside were blasting "Not Like Us." Now listen, do you know how embarrassing that is to the biggest artist in the world? And you can't even sleep comfortably because the culture is outside taunting you with your enemy's song. You can have all the money, you can have all the streams, but if the culture don't rock with you, you finished. And that's why this chain story hit so hard. Because Drake thinks he can spend money to cover up a loss, but the culture ain't for sale. Now let's talk about Drake's strategy. Everything he doing right now. It tells me he's done fighting for hip hop. He's out here saying Europe got better lyricists. He doing features with Central C. He's diversifying his fan base. And let me tell you why. Because he knows the culture don't have his back no more. So what does he do? He tries to build his audience outside of the culture. Pop markets, global markets, streaming markets. But let's be real. You can't replace the culture. The culture is the foundation. The culture is the reason you blew up. The culture is the reason you had a 15-year run. Now you want to buy Pac's jewelry and think that makes it okay. Nah, it reminds me of something I once heard about Jordan. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, but you can't buy being like Mike. You got to earn it on the court. Same with Pac. You can't buy Pac. You got to stand on what he stood for. Drake is in a place we've never seen before. A global superstar trying to buy his way into a legacy. But the people see through it, the culture sees through it, Suge Knight sees through it. And here's the reality. Drake don't need money. He don't need hits. He don't need features. What he needs is respect. And he's losing that faster than he thinks. And I'm going to say this as clear as I can. You don't play with Tupac. And you damn sure don't think you can buy your way into a connection to his legacy. So let that be the lesson. Respect matters. Integrity matters. The culture matters. And if you think you can cut a check and escape that, you got another thing coming. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.